Hey there, my name is Pravus, welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 Old World Blues. We are playing as the MacArthur Airforce Base faction, which truly is an extension of the Enclave. We did decide in the last video we are committing to going down the pathway of the Enclave instead of releasing the former United States in a new form of liberty. So we're going full baddie, and I'm looking forward to finding out what's going to happen down over here as we eventually have to start sucking up to the Minister of the Interior. In the future, I don't know, maybe we come back and do a Liberty run. It could be kind of fun to recreate the spirit of the US, if nothing else. Right now, working on some war goals. We're trying to push down toward Lone Tree very soon as this is done in about 27 days. Then we'll get up over here to HoI4, or however you're supposed to say that, I don't know. They look French to me, so I mean, like, we gotta kill them. That'll grow a little bit. I don't know, one of the problems I'm having with this particular faction and the focus tree we've got is it's very passive. There's not a lot happening, sitting back and just kind of waiting for the game to do its thing. And that's the thing that happens in a lot of Hearts of Iron 4. It's never been my style. I prefer to be doing constant aggression, always looking to expand or do something fun, rather than sit around for several years, right? So that's why I'm justifying on people conquering territory I probably don't necessarily need. But we started with such a small economy, I feel like the only way we're actually going to scale up is by conquering our neighbors at some point. So that's what I'm trying to do. But hopefully, going down an enclave route, we're going to find ourselves being on the offensive a lot more often. That's my hope. In the meantime, continuing to build up our industry as much as we can. Definitely very important that we are able to get as much resource gain efficiency as possible, since we're going to be sending stuff to the Minister of the Interior in Chicago for the foreseeable future. Even though we probably don't have a lot of resources to spare, that's going to be a small problem. I mean, like, we're this far into the game, and I've still only got 15 military factories. Like, we've got nothing. The economy out here is just truly atrocious. Oh well, the Commonwealth remnants gain 1,000 guns. Do I want to help the Canadians? Is this a thing? I don't know. Self-sufficient society. 35% consumer goods, compare that to what I've already got, which was, what exactly? I went for well-equipped army 20%. So, is this actually a benefit for me, protecting American resources, or no? I can't decide. Well, regardless, let's go ahead and declare our war against Lone Tree. I think that'll be fine, and I'm going to use the claim I've got against HoI4 up over here. Actually, we can declare war on them immediately. Oh, nice! I don't even have to justify on these suckers. That's always good. Finish a phone from home. The truth of the Jacksons. Oh boy. It's either going to be really good or really bad. Everyone in Montana knows that the Jacksons were expelled from Missoula for treason. They invited bandits and raiders to attack the fair city and were going to burn it down before the colonel stopped them. Their treachery is one of the many reasons the Enclave in Montana's salvation. That story is a lie. Oh, shocker. Team October learned the truth. In this latest battle with the Jacksons, they were expelled for challenging the matriarch's rule and pushing the people to have a say in how Montana was run. So the colonel destroyed their ranch, seized their assets, and drove them east. Okay. Now the Montana Patriot has a story and is threatening to publish it. We can either make the elites and people happy, or we can destroy it and make the Enclave stronger. Yeah. Alright, well, we kind of committed to that road, so I guess that's what we're going to do. And that finishes off Lone Tree. Okay, that took a little bit more effort than I would have liked, but we get all that territory. Thank you kindly. Now I'm going to take all these troops and quickly move them up over here to HoI4, and we are going to be taking this down. I'm justifying over here on the Infinity Knights, since they're currently distracted in a different war. Though these guys are probably strong enough that I should be very cautious and concerned about that. How's my logistics looking right now? We've got enough power armor. I should be able to train up some additional troops, so let's plan on that. We're dangerously low on manpower right now, though. That is going to become a very big problem. Well, we can probably spend some bottle caps doing military signing bonuses. That gets me some more non-core manpower and stuff, mobilization speed, weekly manpower, etc. Enough to hopefully staunch the bleeding just a bit. I may need to cancel this justification and accept the loss of political power, because this is, might be more than I should take on right now, just due to my manpower situation. At least until we can core a lot more territory, which I will happily do using my political power in order to make sure we have a little bit more to pull from. I'm gonna go ahead and declare this war over here. Let's see how we can do. Looks like that's a pretty decent front, mostly across the board here. I'm running low, by the way, on CAS. These gunships are starting to gradually get shot down, just by random luck, as far as I can tell. Still, we'll use them for as long as we're able. And Havra actually died fairly quickly because we just focused on grabbing all the victory points, and that was that. Alright, submit demands, and boom. Though again, gonna be a little bit tricky, because I don't have the manpower to actually sustain all of these pushes right now. So, Wasteland Pacification is what I wanted, but we may or may not be able to do that. Really kind of depends. We'll continue coring whatever states I can for what little bit of manpower exists, but yeah, I think we have to cancel this justification. I simply don't have the gas to sustain this push as much as I want to. One thing that does confuse me, I had a second spy. Where did my second spy go? They're not even here anymore. Huh. Well, the second spy was convenient because I could use that for more anti-partisan work. I guess we could do some more upgrades, and maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to get another one. That was a key part of my strategy. Okay, so we finished with protecting American resources, which has moved us to, yeah, the self-sufficient economy, which, in my opinion, is objectively worse than what we were doing before, in every possible way except for node income. Why would we want that? Why would the Enclave actually make us significantly weaker? I don't know. Alright, well, I wouldn't mind getting some extra political power so I could reform maybe a couple of laws, try to get something changed, maybe either switch back if that's an option for me, or at the very... Nope, you can't replace it. It's permanent. Wow, why? Or maybe I can change up a manpower law or something. I need something here. I'm hoping at some point this will go away, right? It's temporary in order to tighten the belt so that we can get things over to Chicago, but I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have known this, but maybe it turns out going down the Enclave route is the objectively worst path and is needlessly making your game harder. Maybe that's the developer's intent, and you wanted to go down Liberty. We're gonna find out. Okay, we've closed ranks, so outsider recruitment law is already set. We gain extra political power, it looks like. Last American Army is what we have now. Okay, so... Can we change anything here that would help us out? The answer is yes. We get a lot more non-core manpower if I want to get an upgrade here. Group of population goes up substantially. What we lose is some attack and stuff, stability, etc. So this kind of hurts. I can at least go up to calling up the veterans. That'll help get us some more people mobilized. And then what? We could go for petty criminal conscripts, which will give us another 3% recruitable population factor, which I guess is something. I'm desperate here, man. This is the classic old world blues experience. If you run out of manpower, you're gonna have a problem. Now I guess is a great time to go ahead and purge a whole load of people from my government. Yeah, I'm hoping these are growing pains and we're gonna become powerful later. Otherwise, so far the Enclave route is, looking very unpleasant. Okay, we have purged all advisors and sympathizers from the natives. Now we can go for the United States is not a soup kitchen. No free lunches for a year. Reduces consumer goods, construction speed, and factory output. Good God, we really are just punishing ourselves for some reason. Why? Who are you that you do not know your history? Let's see, the historians were conquered, now they come to MacArthur. Didn't we deal with these guys already or something? We did something to them. We know how to maintain advanced weapons and circuitry. Some of the simpler arts are not practiced in Montana. Their practical knowledge of farming could be useful. I thought we got rid of them specifically. Well, we could get them with the agricultural research speed back, or we could say no. It's again that consumer goods versus agriculture research speed. I don't think 10% agricultural research speed is worth 3% consumer goods. So I'm gonna take the bottle caps instead. Maybe at some point I can use those for something. Let's see. We can go for extra factories, more units. Actually, this would be very helpful. We can go for It's a Fixer Upper. All of the Havra's land, it becomes cores. That's huge. Make them into cores. We don't have to be pushing these guys down so much. If we don't have to be suppressing them, that frees up a lot of manpower to focus on controlling the rest of my territory, and then we start to recover. So we should be about to free up 780 manpower or so, I think. Which, no, not necessarily. Wait a minute. That doesn't feel right. Did this not work? A whole bunch of states should have just become cores. Unless these are the wrong states. Let's take a look-see here. What are some of these called? Chester, Rocky Boy, Shelby. No, all these should be now cores for me. Yeah. State owner. Core states. Would have expected the resistance to go down a lot more. Oh, wait, there we go. Okay, now it has fixed itself. So we're seeing this all go back down. Thank you. Okay, that frees up a ton. Now we can focus on properly taking down Lone Tree, etc. until we get these guys in a coreable state. Also, I think we just cored everything from the Stormmongers. Could be wrong on that. Maybe? That's interesting. If that was the case, then I should not have been wasting as much political power on fixing these as I was. Well, the other advantage of getting all these cores is we get access to all their factories and a lot of their resources, if not straight out all of it. So that frees up a ton more resources than we had before. Let's stop importing any energy and stuff, save our factories where we can. So now if I need to send a lot more to Chicago, this is actually something doable. I'm also going to start building a lot of infrastructure in places like, let's say, Yellowstone. I can get 20 more energy just from building out over here, not to mention things like advanced circuitry and stuff like that. Valuable resources in Yellowstone, dude. Okay. We've now finished with the last-ditch reinforcements. That means we can move on into either the last command if we wanted to go down the intellectual route, or we could go for the Long Night, which is, of course, the Enclave choice. So I'm really eager to see where this is going to go with the Long Night, because it's been a rough ride getting to this point. Here we go. The twinge of plasma bolts fired out in the night as the Colonel and those closest to her were killed by Special Agent Johnson. Few in MacArthur's territory realized what happened until the next morning, so tight was the Enclave's grip on the base nowadays, until Special Agent Johnson came on the radio. There are going to be some changes, Montana. Quotas, construction projects, taxes, labor contributions, rasped the agent, all those fell behind. There is much for you to make up for, and much you will. If Montana has a hope now, it lies with Team October. Ellen and her unit have risen up with the support of some of the first families to save their home. But what hope does a plucky band of rebels have against the full might of the Enclave? And the mother of Montana? What does a Muty sympathizer need beyond an unmarked grave in the snow? God bless the Enclave again. Okay. So it sounds like we killed Santiago. Kind of saw that one coming. The Montana Enclave is now our name. We are no longer MacArthur Detachment. They become the ruling party. There will not be public elections. Johnson becomes the new leader. He is a war industrialist. Okay, so this is our new appearance. Nice purple color, and we got a really creepy looking agent. All right, I dig it. Cool. What now? Awaiting new orders? Yes. Uh-oh. Hold on, wait a minute. The mutant soldiers desert us. The Colonel foolishly let Wasteslander scum serve the Enclave. Is this because I had anything here, like petty criminal conscripts? Maybe. I mean, I didn't allow any mutants or ghouls or anyone to serve. Huh. Alright, so we just started a civil war. Wait, no, I wasn't prepared for this. I wasn't, okay, here we go. Well, I may not have expected this, but the good news is, I actually did have some troops really close by. Apparently we cannot do awaiting new orders because all core land is not ours. Well, that's just mean. If you're gonna let me start working on this and then immediately break it, that's just downright rude. I'll tell you what, downright rude. Whatever, we got Missoula really quickly and that ended it, and we get all of our stuff back. Okay, thank you, good lord. And it looks like I lost 2 units out of the arrangement too. Gosh dang you people. Okay, finally we are awaiting new orders. Rebuilding America takes time, even for the Enclave. Special Agent Johnson intoned the secretary. You have done well. The last of Team October and their mutant friends are either dead or in a work camp. But we must recover and move forward. We have 3 goals in the north we need you to pursue. To the west, Washington's hydroelectric dams provide unlimited power, and the secrets of American aviation may yet lurk in Seattle. Indeed, strange signals emanate from under that snow and fog. There is a 2-second pause, an eternity for the secretary, before he continued. But the tar sands of Alberta may yet contain petroleum, the fuel of the wasteland, and the environmental damage won't affect American soil should you succeed. Just Canada. We don't care about Canada. A crackle over the connection before the final option. And the Dakotas. The old missile silos may yet contain nuclear weapons that we failed to use against China. What better use for them against the Midwestern Brotherhood? Return those nukes to us and come home. Ultimately, Agent, the choice is your. Missing an S. Dang it all, guys. You are the one with, a synthesized chuckle, boots on the ground. Oh, wow, I get choices. Okay, so this looks like it's going to change some focuses here. We have Washington Reclamation, Journey to the North, and the Damned Dakotas. Oh boy. I'm guessing we're gonna be locked out to the other ones if we do this. You can only do, oh no, it doesn't say we can't do them ever. It says we can only do one at a time. Give me a second to read through this because what options we get might be important here. It looks like it's mostly just gonna be claims and war goals across the board. I think the Dakotas might be a good option for us because we'll be able to push to the east and get rid of people like the Montana chapter so we don't have to worry about them. That's going to lead here to reservation system, which gets me a daily compliance gain, which will be useful for the rest of this by a pretty hefty amount. I don't care about, let's say, you know, winter lessons and stuff. Tolerance of different views and stuff doesn't sound like something I want at all. And then, yeah, this doesn't do me a lot of good. I think we start with the Dakotas, and then we'll work on the rest. All right, the Dakotas are and always will be American. Actually, these all do the same thing. Max planning and daily command power. All right, we've made our choice. The call of duty. Duty. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a few war goals. One thing that is unfortunate is despite the fact that I have proven myself to the Enclave, I do have to continue sending them shipments, and they're getting greedier and greedier. It seems the amount they ask for resources is dependent on what you've currently got. So the less resources you have, the less they request. If there were a way, I guess I could trade and change my trade laws and export as much of this as possible, so I give them as little as possible and still get some civilian factories out of the arrangement. I don't know, it's a thought, could work. What are some of my other options over here? Gift from the Secretary, give me some transports? I wonder how good 20 transports is, because in the base HoI4 game, they changed transports where you need a lot more in order to do paradrops. 20 doesn't feel like enough unless they haven't changed up Old World Blues where one transport wing is enough to transport some units. Maybe, we should test that. Air support, ground attack, blah, blah, blah. All of this seems actually great. Vertibird schematics? Ooh, I like all of these things. Also the frontier economy. Untamed riches, tons of resource efficiency. Consumer goods goes up though. Oh, you just have to keep messing with my dang factories. I can't get enough civilian factories as it is, guys. That ain't gonna cut it. All right, well, I guess we can try messing with transports. And if I was able to do paradrops against these guys, I'd be curious if that would work. Okay, so I've got 78 transports here at the moment, for example. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of some of those. We do not need, let's say, these. So with 50 transports, are we able to move around 5 rounds of power armor for some paradrops? Let us find out. Launch what you got. Okay, no, hang on. We may need to get some air superiority, which I don't have because, what? Biplane fighters, I've got 37. Oh, that's because they're all over here for God knows why. Okay, hang on. Get them over here. Let's get that air superiority. And is anything going to happen at all? Well, we launched one guy over here, so that's something. 50 transports. Well, we can at least get these over here, I suppose. This is something we can get some victory points, but it does seem like 50 transports is not enough. One additional transport wing is required. Yeah, we have to have these extra transports in position. Apparently. Weird. Oh, no, wait, we're launching something now. Okay, hang on. May have slightly messed this up. Where are, can I get you guys back up over here? You two, back up over here, please. Let's see if these 2 wings can get dropped on their capital. No. Okay, tell you what, can we change this up? So we have just 1 of you getting airdropped. See, I want to know what the exact number is in order to do this, but I don't recall. Anyway, so it looks like, yeah, we can drop 1 with 80 transports, no problem. And that, okay, I say no problem, slight problem, in the sense that it looks like they're getting hit pretty hard, but there we go. Okay, no, that ended up being fine. We just had to drop them 1 at a time. As long as we win that, it's fine. And the coal consortium goes down. Overall, that wasn't too bad. That was pretty easy. Okay, we can keep hopscotching that and try to take these guys down. Guess I'll go ahead and get some buffs for my power armor, more heart attack, breakthrough, and just straight out attack. Very, very good, since we do rely very heavily on our power armor. So we'll go ahead and get another airbase constructed over here, move everything forward, and see if we can do the exact same thing to the Montana chapter. Now, the Montana chapter is actually a threat, because they've got power armor of their own. Nonetheless, let's see if we can give this one a go. All right, we're going to launch. Okay, with 100 transports, we can drop off 2 paratroopers at once. Never mind, no, we cannot. Do we not have air superiority here? I don't know what's going on. There they go, never mind. All right, so we just landed and took their capital. That was easy. Hooray! While these guys move over here to take Watford, we're going to do the exact same thing. We take Riverview. Now all I have to do is run in here to Circle Creek and just try to run over here as fast as we can, but we are under attack. Oh, crud, they're attacking me from lots of different directions. Hold on! We need to get more people over here. We need to get them over quick. Wait a minute. Let's go for a pair drop here to Watford. Pull back at least a couple of these guys and go as fast as you can. If we can hold out at Fairview without falling, we might be able to drop over here and just win. There we go, please. Yes! All right. And this is the power of power armor if you can pair drop them. So, with that conquered, we now can move on to You Are Not My Forefathers, which gives me claims and territory disputes against the Forefathers' former core territories. Or we can do something against Standing Rock. I don't even know who they are. Let's start with that, because actually it's these guys right here. Okay. So the Forefathers, yeah, there are claims here. So at least some of this territory we'll be able to fight against. Also, the Historians used to exist over here. I wonder what kind of things we might be able to do there. Okay, so we finished with this, and I apparently should have claims on some territory, but we can just move on directly to a war goal with a Standing Rock instead of sitting around and waiting. That's gonna be a much faster solution. What options do I have to harass these guys? It did sort of suggest that was going to be a thing. It is a lie, apparently. It said there would be decisions we could take against Standing Rock, and I see absolutely nothing like that here. And we actually just finished up our entire Refined Warfare tree. Which, honestly, Refined Warfare is very powerful in a lot of senses. Your heavy special forces, namely your power armor, get really, really good. The biggest downside is this right here. On both paths, whether Purity or Principle, you lose 10% recruitable population factor. This is, like, really painful. Really, really nasty. All right, so I've got this. I'm not able to move on to the next couple things for at least a little while. Must have completed a campaign to earn some favor to get access to advanced power armor schematics. Ooh. Oh, if I want these advanced schematics, I have to finish an entire campaign. Oh, that's what this whole favor thing is. I get it. Okay. Well. Knowing that's all true, what do we want to do next then? The resource gain is very helpful to Chicago and not very helpful to me. I think we backtrack a little bit and look for other things we can do to boost ourselves up to some degree or another. Now, we could at this point go ahead and make our attack against Standing Rock. That said, this is a lot of territory, and I have not yet finished pacifying everything I've got right now. So it might be very costly from an equipment and a manpower perspective. Maybe not worth going for. Also, there's a lot of victory points, so I need to do an absolute ton of airdrops in order to knock these guys out. I think we saved this for a future video and in the rest of the war. I need to core more territory, or at least pacify it. I'm a little bit questioning why the war goals are snaking me out like this, as opposed to, like, letting me consolidate all this territory as well, but okay. We do need to do this soon, though, because as soon as we can take this sucker out, we'll be able to fight against the Crow Creek, and with that done, we'll be able to get this whole daily compliance gain, and that's going to make all conquests just a little bit faster going forward. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, it asks you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.